Great morning, everyone. I think we're going to do some open reads. I'm going to use the Gypsy Oracle deck and then my Lenormand as well. This is the Lenormand I created and the Gypsy Oracle. And let's just do an open read and see what it has to say today. See if we can figure this out. Okay, so let's see, going into it, we have, first thing out, misfortune, house of fire. When it comes to the obstructions, they are having a tower moment. When it comes to the obstructions, they continue to try to place energy coming into it is about an ending. There is an ending. To some of their stories. Now, I don't know, maybe they're creating new stories about endings. We see every time that Trumpenstein is always creating some kind of new story. You know, everything when Biden was there, the economy was great, and of course Trump took credit for it, saying, oh, it's because I'm coming in, that's why. And now that it's failing, well, it's all due to Biden. It's Biden's economy, that's it. So, you know, he's just full of it at every turn. But an end when it comes to some stories. Now we saw that one of the justices, and this was one appointed by Trump in Texas, said that the whole thing that they're doing these, that they're doing all of these deportations, that it's illegal. The whole act that they're using is illegal. Okay? So next, what's going on today, we have the widower. So this is off by himself when it comes to the business deals, okay? When it comes to some business things, again, on his own. The challenge is the thoughts, okay? A challenge when it comes to the thoughts of what's under the surface, okay? What's actually taking place. So apparently, if this is about the business things, well, it could also be, you know, the tariffs, and it also could be the business that he's paying money for all of these people to be deported. So it still could be the business of that. Ending a storyline when it comes to this absolute tower moment of obstructions and difficulties. I think it's the tariffs. Okay, the tariffs. Yep, it looks to be the tariffs. The challenge or the thoughts, potential outcome. We have the sweetheart. Potential outcome when it comes to the sweetheart of deeper knowledge, more information coming out, and let's see what the extra knowledge is. Prison, okay, prison. Being cut, prison being cut. So I take it back. This is going to have something to do with those being deported The sweetheart, concern about the prison, the deeper knowledge about this being cut. Concern and thoughts about what's under the surface. He's alone when it comes to these things. He wants to end the business. He thought that this is going to secure him. This is what people want. We want all of those people gone, okay? So in ending to that story, it's a tower moment. The house is burning when it comes to that obstruction. He's on his own with this. And so now he's alone with his thoughts about what's under the surface, what's coming. Because the sweethearts, when it comes to the prison, there's deeper knowledge and these things are being cut. So apparently, the judges are, what do you have, Mr. Mickey? Yeah, you happy, boy? Got your toy? Yeah. The judges are just not having it with this. But I want to pull the tarot with these and get some clarification with it. I want to pull the tarot with us. When it comes to the tower moment, the obstructions, yeah, it's about his abuse of power that he's doing with that, okay? And abuse of power, when it comes to the tower moment and the obstructions, when it comes to the end and the storylines, the lovers, okay? So it looks like some of the people that were really supporting of him, that's coming to an end. Now a lot of the Hispanic community was supporting him. And now the Cubanos are being sent out. Anybody of color is being sent out. And so this love affair that they had with him is ended. Okay? So the widower, yeah, Trump is on his own with this. When it comes to business, when it comes to all the things that happen, he's on his own. There's nobody else to blame, really, but him. And so when it comes to the thoughts, what's under the surface, we have about a victory, okay? The victory with the sweetheart, with the deeper knowledge, out in the cold. They felt out in the cold with this. And the prisoner being cut, yeah, not liking what's coming, okay? Is not liking what's coming. So, yeah, apparently Trump is not real happy with the things that are coming down that are saying it's illegal to deport these people. Even the judges he appointed are coming back on that and going, it's totally illegal. You cannot use this Enemies Act. We are not in a wartime. It's 100% illegal. So now Trumpenstein is facing that. And he's on his own with it, Now we know that Stephen Miller has had his ear with all of this. But in the end, it's going to come down on Trumpenstein's head. So let's go ahead and do a clarifying read and just see what it's going to say as well. Ruffle, shuffle the cards. And in the center of it, we have the White House. Okay, what he's birthing from the White House. In the center of it all comes back to the White House. And a message about the actions taking place. And on the other hand, the restrictions that he continues to want to do, and this could also be the restrictions that the courts are placing upon him now. So we have the light being shed on it. On the message about the actions, when it comes to the restrictions, his manipulations he's been trying to do, when it comes to putting all of these restrictions out. And we have the evidence in hand about what's being done, okay? So when it comes to the monetizing and the Republicans, etc., there's going to be some more light, some more messages about actions. When it comes to the things that he's doing with overseas, okay, the actions being taken and manipulations, there will be a new action when it comes to the White House, because we have the evidence of what's taking place, what's being worked on, okay? And this has to do with the courts. When it comes against his manipulations and restrictions he's doing, that's the judge that does not play. Working on the things that he's done from the past, things he's tried to put in. You know, now again, we had him getting rid of babies that are U.S. citizens. One of them has cancer, and shipping them off. So the judges are not liking the harvest. They do not like what's coming down with all of this. And so this nightmare scenario is now raining down on the White House, okay? So this is Trumpenstein, what's driving it, okay? What's driving it now is this truth is raining down on the White House. There are new actions with evidence that they've got in hand, okay? What's being worked on from the past. The judges are not liking what they're seeing, the harvest. New messages will be coming out when it comes to the Repugly-Uglies and light being shed and the restrictions that he continues to try to manipulate and move on and put into place, okay? So, So yeah, all of this is coming down on the head of Trumpenstein now. The judges are not playing. Even judges he appointed, they said absolutely not. This is not going to continue to happen. This is 100% illegal. Now he had just put out some other new executive tantrums, what I call them. All of his executive things he's writing out are executive tantrums, and none of them are legal. None of them are legal. So I forget what the newest one was that he was doing, but it's again another tantrum that he's going to put out there and try to convince some people that this is a new law, and these are not laws at all. Again, these are his executive tantrums that he's doing. And now people are leaving. People are leaving the administration. It's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. He keeps trying to throw other people under the bus. And everything's coming back on his head. Okay? He can sit there and continue to try to blame everything on Biden, but it's, again, 100% bogus. Even his rally, when they actually looked at it, very few people went. Very, very few people went. And then the speech he gave at the high school it wasn't a speech of encouragement. It was, again, patting himself on the back and playing the blame game with others, etc. It was disgusting. So again, he's more and more finding out he's on his own. When it comes to the tariffs and the things he's doing, that's going to come back on him 100%. And when it comes to the illegality of deportations, again, all of those things are coming down on his head now. Okay? So as those come, he's continuing to cower and try to figure out some new game plan that he can put out there to, but the stories are ending. He can't continue to bamboozle. More and more light is coming out on just his, the illegality of things he's doing, etc. So on that note, I'll leave that here, and we'll see you online.